didn't fall for them all at once. That would have been too simple, too obvious. I came from the polished side of things, the expensive, glass-shelved world where sound wasn't just heard, it was dissected. Every note analyzed like it was on trial. I called it high fidelity. It felt more like high pressure. The room I remember most had those burgundy curtains, heavy, dramatic things. They swallowed light and gave everything a kind of velvet darkness, like the world outside didn't deserve to be part of what I was hearing. That was my sanctuary, my little temple of detail. I'd sit there chasing perfection like it owed me something. There was always something to fix. If a track didn't hit exactly right, I noticed. If something felt even slightly off, I couldn't leave it alone. I told myself it was discipline, taste, standards. Looking back, it was something else. That constant pull toward better, toward just a little more, like satisfaction was always one step ahead. If I pushed hard enough, I'd felt that before. Different context, same pattern, the need to reach, to refine, to get closer to something that never really let me arrive. I just gave it nicer equipment this time. Then came the Boses QC for E5. They didn't look like they belonged in that room. Too understated, too forgiving, no polished wood, no dramatic presence, just quiet confidence, like they didn't need to impress me. I put them on anyway. First mistake. I pressed play already, halfway committed to rejecting them. There was a part of me counting down, waiting for the exact moment I pull them off, shake my head and go back to something better. I almost wanted them to fail, it would have been easier. The opening track didn't hit me with surgical precision. It didn't slice the air into perfect pieces. It wrapped around me instead, soft, warm, almost disrespectfully human. The bass didn't demand attention, it settled. The highs didn't sparkle like diamonds under a microscope. They glowed like candlelight behind those same burgundy curtains. I frowned at first, of course I did. This wasn't accurate. This wasn't what I trained my ears for, so I waited it. I waited for the flaw, for the moment something would break the illusion, so I could rip them off and prove to myself I hadn't lost my standards. I kept listening like I was preparing for an exit. But then something irritating happened. There was nothing to chase. No hyper detail pulling me forward, no sharp edge asking to be examined, no tiny imperfection whispering fix me. The sound didn't give me anything to grip onto, it didn't reward obsession, it didn't even acknowledge it, it just stayed. And the longer it stayed, the harder it got to justify taking them off. That restless part of me, the one that always needed to adjust, to analyze, to get closer, it had nowhere to go. The same part of me that used to chase intensity in other ways, always reaching for that exact feeling, that exact moment. Burrowing thing finally clicked. That moment never came. And somehow that was the point. I stopped analyzing. No mental notes about frequent response, no silent critique about imagine or staging, just listening. The kind I forgot existed, the kind that doesn't ask permission or offer explanations. It just sits next to you and breathes. At some point, I realized something uncomfortable. I hadn't taken them off. I hadn't even thought about it in minutes. The curtains felt different that night, less like a barrier, more like a cocoon. The world outside faded, not because I shut it out, but because it stopped mattering. The room wasn't something I was controlling anymore. It was holding me. The bows didn't try to impress me. It disarmed me. That's the part no one warns you about. You can spend years climbing into the perfect version of something, convincing yourself sharper is better, that more intensity means more truth, and then something like this comes along and quietly refuses to play that game. No spike, no high, no endless endless climb, just steady. And if you're used to chasing, steady feels almost foreign at first. The sound didn't seduce me with fireworks, no grand reveal, no moment where everything exploded into clarity and proved its worth. It just stayed warm, consistent, almost stubbornly comfortable, like a conversation that doesn't try to prove anything but somehow says more. Track after track, it stayed. I leaned back without realizing it. And somewhere between those burgundy folds and that soft, forgiving tuning, something in me finally loosened its grip. Not gone, not erased, just quieter than it had any right to be. By the time I realized what had happened, it was already over. I wasn't chasing sound anymore. I wasn't trying to fix it. I wasn't trying to fix anything. I was sitting in it. And that version of me, the one that needed everything sharper, stronger, more intense, the one that believed satisfaction was always just one step further.